Welcome to battle number 2 of week 4 of the FNF Seafoam Isles Draft League. I'm your host, Lionhugs, and I'll be commentating this replay match between Matt of the Seattle Seismitoads versus Colin of the Pennsylvania Porygon-Zs. Before we continue, let's go ahead and review the Mega NC Pokemon appearing this match. So on Matt's side, we have Mega Gallade, as well as Z Attack Gengar making their appearance. And on Colin's side, we have Mega Lopunny, as well as Z Attack Cinderace as well. Seems like both teams have matched in terms of which their Megas as well as which specific Z Pokemon they've chosen, as their Z any Pokemon have not appeared. Anyway, without further ado, let's just go over briefly some brief initial thoughts. So looking more at Colin's side, we obviously quite a lot of strong heavy hitters. Obviously with Mega Lopunny, obviously with Z-Attack Cinderace. Not to mention, Rillaboom can also hit pretty hard, as well as Scrafty. Not to mention, we have another core appearance with Cresselia, kind of noted to be somewhat of a calm minesweeper for Colin. And last week, I see Jardigan right there. I'm probably expecting some support, probably with like Stealth Rock and some other moves. And moving on to Matt's side, speaking of support moves, we obviously see Meowstic Male, probably with that Prankster. Assuming we're going to see some dual screen support, maybe some Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Thunderwave, various status kinds of moves. And we can see just a bit of bulk right here. Nidoqueen and Blastoise can at least take a little bit of hurt. Not to mention Gengar, who also can harass with status moves and obviously hit very, very hard due to its high speed and high special attack. Definitely is a big threat to Cresselia and Rillaboom, especially with that dual typing as well. And before we get started, I just want to maybe make a brief prediction. I'm kind of assuming Meowstic Male will probably be a good strong lead, because it allows you to either set up screens really early or to go ahead and maybe set off that first harassing move, maybe predicting a switch in from maybe it's just Scrafty. Assuming whoever Colin sends out isn't Scrafty. I was actually going to predict possibly Cresselia or Jardigan just to go ahead and set up that Stealth Rock and get out of there, or Cresselia to start an early Calm Mind sweep. But without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. And special note, this is actually week 4, battle number 2. I made a previous video that listed that battle as battle number 2. It's just a minor confusion. I'm going to go ahead and correct that. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. Oh, and instead we see Brady's Queen, the Nidoqueen, setting up for Matt. And we have Kenji, the Z Attack Cinderace. String off that U-turn, nice pivot move. Probably to go ahead and set up maybe Cresselia? Oh no, instead we see a Scrafty, AJ the Scrafty. And it's indeed Matt who goes ahead and sets up the Stealth Rock first. Will we see a pursuit from AJ? Ooh, Toxic Spikes as well, double hazards. AJ, however, decides to go for the Amnesia, raising his special defense by a few stages. And out comes Bowser's Revenge, the Blastoise. Love that nickname. AJ going for Iron Defense and Amnesia. Interesting. So we're going to see a lot of Drain Punches. And AJ is hit with the Toxic. That's going to mess up the longevity for a while. It responds with a knockoff to get rid of Rocky Helmet off of Bowser. Bowser's Revenge. And Shedskin cures that Toxic, as well as leftover support. This seems to be pretty decent position for AJ to be in. Once again, getting Toxic, and AJ goes for another Iron Defense. And Shedskin, very lucky, twice in a row, removes Toxic. Bowser's Revenge not really in a good position here. And Bowser's Revenge still insists on the Toxic, very interesting. And Drain Punch raises it back to full HP. Bowser's Revenge down to 51%. Bowser's Revenge uses a flip turn to go ahead and set up Glade the Gallade. Might not be the best position, given that AJ has also done Amnesia now. Really useful if somebody had Haze or Unaware. Glade evolves into Mega Gallade and goes for the bulk up. Knockoff doing a respectable amount of damage, only about 23%. Another bulk up will probably lower it down to, I want to say, 16. And toxic damage looks like it's finally chipping away. Looks like Matt is taking a page out of Colin's book so far and bulking up instead. And indeed, knockoff goes down to about 17% now instead of 23. Shedskin finally curing that toxic and allowing leftovers to go ahead and start the recovery again. Glade going again for another bulk up. I wonder if Glade also has Drain Punch that could go ahead and help recover some of that damage it took. AJ going for the Iron Defense and Leftovers Recovery. This is a very interesting tactic. Ooh, and the Drain Punch brings AJ down to the red and Glade almost to full health. And just like that, looks like AJ has lost some of that momentum he was building up. Knockoff not doing much damage at all. And AJ stays in for another Drain Punch and goes down, allowing Glade to heal back up to 97% health. Looks like this all turned with a flip turn, thanks to Blastoise. Out comes Cresselia, probably to start setting up the Calm Minds. A knockoff brings her down to 69%, and instead she goes for the Z power move. Let's see what she'll do. Twinkle Tackle, super effective, only brings it down to about 32% health though. Colin probably wishes he has a Ghost type to take those Drain Punches. Glade heals back up to 47% and takes on Cresselia. The score is now 6-4 in Matt's favor. This might indeed already be the endgame. Rajan comes out with Rillaboom, and Grassy Glide brings Glade down to 9% though. How much will Drain Punch recover? Wow, 88%. And Glade heals, takes on Rajan. The score is now 6-3. It looks like these stat boosts really help up Mega Gallade. And out comes Kenji, Toxic Spikes, poisoned due to Toxic Spikes and hit by the Stealth Rock. Pyro Ball only does about 30% damage, which unfortunately most likely means that Kenji will also go down in one hit thanks to that Drain Punch. Yeah, Glade is in a perfect position, does not want to give up this momentum that's building. And I don't believe either Pokemon left have Unaware or Haze or anything similar to get rid of those stat boosts. Easter, the Lopunny, has been poisoned, now Mega Evolves. It might outspeed, but with those defenses, it might be really hard to do much. Yep, the turn only does 31%. And it takes a super effective Drain Punch, goes down in one shot. The score is now 6-1. Jernigan, I believe, is part flying, so it might not be Toxic Spiked, but it will get hit hard with that Stealth Rock. Oh, my apologies. For some reason I thought Betsy the Jernigan could fly. And it goes down to the Drain Punch. And that ends the match. That is a score of 6-0 for Coach Matt. Oh my goodness, that was very unexpected, to say the least. Here I thought Scrafty would be able to comfortably set up on Blastoise and continue to harass, but looks like raising the defenses for Scrafty wasn't the way to go, especially once Gallade came out. Still though, that was very interesting, very entertaining sweep to go ahead and watch. I'm very curious to see how our players will go ahead and adapt from these strategies. Please stay tuned in for more Week 4 battles of the FNF Seafoam Isles Draft League. I am Coach Lionhugs, and I'll be signing off. Thank you. Bye-bye.